Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. And it's Olmo. Xabi Alonso does really well there. He is strong. Oh, this looks sharp.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for... Real chance! And he's done it!
Well, one score, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's McAllister. Xabi Alonso. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Could move up a gear here. Lampard. That's an imaginative pass. And he was quick to react. McAllister. Nakata. Nakata going face-to-face with his great rival. McAllister. And the ball is out of play. Nakata. McAllister, well seen, saw that coming. Now it's Royce, nicely spread. And that's aimed into the middle. Marquinhos with the clearance. That'll be a throw. Swings in across. A header! Harmlessly behind.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's quick to return it. And he welcomes it in. Pings it across. Lampard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Serginho crosses it in. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Flamengo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's Van Basten.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Van Basten. Nakata is there to clear. And it's Serginho. Drives it. Oh, good climb! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Approaching the half-hour mark. Nakata. Howson. And it's Nakata. Now Costa Curta. Royce going after that. Cafu. And here's Bellingham. Succumbs to the pressure. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, nice touch. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Indonesia truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Van Bouten. Serginho. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Now the delivery.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's another good win of the ball. Lampard. Bellingham. Threads one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Davids. Now it's Aguero! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Just eases him off the ball. Tries to pass it through. Now, can they get him away? Xavi Alonso. And the counter is on. We are into overtime. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Indonesia unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Back underway then. Dani Olmo! And it's been hooked away. Van Bouten. And it's Davids. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri, very much a man of this moment. Flamengo do have a chance to counter here. He's picked his way through. Oh, good effort! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Flamengo are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
McAllister puts them all in. Looking for the run. Oh, it's Van Basten. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Lovely pass, but... And the finish! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Indonesia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Drills one in.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Played it again. Played into space. Now, what about a counter-attack? Belletti. Great defending, strong and determined. Serginho defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Not the most convincing of passes. Costa Curta. Rodri. And it's Nakata. That's a good ball out wide. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That has ended up in no man's land. It's Nakata! And how did he not make it 4?
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Serginho. Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shevchenko. No foul, says the referee. Nakata. Aguero. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Spread to the right. Van Bouten calmly anticipates. Now they could break here. Nicely weighted ball. Shevchenko. No, again there's no way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Ferran Torres. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, he's not happy with that. Takes a shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 6, Neymar.
Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. Saviola. Royce. And this is Saviola. And beyond the can he finish? And a neat finish. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Flamengo are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Royce is always looking to break lines, and it's Aguero. Now it's Saviola. Belletti. Rodri. Now it's come to nothing. Defending of the desperate variety. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He slings it in. Oh, well played. Yamal. It's Lampard. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play, and of course the right service into the box.
Could move up a gear here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's burst through! He's having a shot! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Rooney. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That's destined for the flank. Schneider on a strong run here. Lampard. And here's Ferran Torres. Gerrard. It's a really well-measured ball. Space for him to turn and look. Impressive job. That's another chance. Cafu attempts a clearance. And here's Schneider. Crossed into the middle.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Lampard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Davids. Aimed beyond the defence. Gerrard steaming forward at pace. And here's Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Kimmich. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And he hits the net. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Persib Bandung restore parity.
Well, this is to be
quickly taken. Schneider. Now it's Schneider. He's shifting through the gears here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Bellingham, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Gerrard. That's good play. Kimmich has it out wide and in space. Oh, well played, well played. Lampard. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. Oh, good play by the keeper.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
Ferran Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Rooney. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And it's Ibrahimovic. Davids was in no mood for any of that. Van Bommel. And here's Rooney. Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Always onto this. He's picked his way through. De Paul. Van Bommel. Gerrard. De Paul. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get on the end of this? That's very neat. Cafu has the space to scheme.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Serginho makes the interception. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Over to the right flank. And the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Those of you making their way home.
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess there.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we are back underway. And it's claimed by the keeper. Van Bouten. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cafu does well to get it back. Bellingham. Bellingham carries the ball down the right. Well, that pass isn't the best. Schneider. Martinez. De Paul is always looking to break lines. Plays the return pass. Now Van Bommel. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. And here's Rooney. Rooney is fouled. Great ball, and he's in here. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Oh, good climb! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gerrard. Van Bommel. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it out wide. Akanji is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Kimmich. Out towards the flank. Played out wide. And he's quick to return it. Serginho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, crossbar! Davids. Marquinhos moved on forwards. Persib Bandung are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And they are prompt with their pressing. Persib Bandung needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Rooney. That has been slung wide. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Dani Olmo. That ball looks a good one. Now can he find a fit? Can he finish? It's a goal! And they've got their lead back. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Indonesia have their lead.
Rooney. Coming on the field. Number 18.
Van Bommel has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Neymar, showing great feet there. Showing good feet. Kimmich's cross. Can he finish? And the difference is still one, but only just.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
He's rising! And that's a sharp finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
What a header, flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
Solid!
Persib Bandung clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Schneider. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Number 11.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Coming on the field.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the...
Oh, he's been caught on it here!
Van Dijk.
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Van Balten, a good-looking ball. And here's Neymar.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Spread out to the left. So what can they make of this? That is good progress on the left. Now it's Sorlot. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Timber, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Unai Simon. Van Dijk. And that will be the final act. Indonesia, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the...
Tries a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Lampard with the short one. And it's Serginho. Aberdeen have the chance to go the other way. It's Aguero! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So, a breakthrough already. Schneider. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now it's Aguero.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He has found a way through. And this is Van Basten. Oh, shooting chance! Indonesia have their second corner now. And he's gone looking for safety. Bellingham. And it's... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries to get it clear. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Cafu. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Can he finish? And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
They've played it short, and it's Schneider. He's having a hit! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Indonesia really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
Dani Olmo, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Caicedo. Schneider, in with the challenge. Aguero scooting forward. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that... And a chance! Neymar. Caicedo. At best. And that could set him on his way. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cucurella. Caicedo. Just eases him off the ball. And this is Aguero, looking for the run. Well, played right into his path. And he's got... Shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Indonesia have their third corner. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Best. Pepe is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, that is a nice touch. And it's Schneider. He's having a pop! Schneider! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pepe. Best. Pinches it off him. Aguero. Looking for options for movement. Serginho. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And it's Aguero! It's off target and by quite a way.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Pepe. So, a temporary halt to the action. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells in possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution.
Aberdeen get the second half going. Stam is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And it's Caicedo. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Spread it left. Showing good feet. Schneider. Takes a shot! Oh, it's Van Basten. Well, they could break here, and he's found a way past. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And reclaimed it in a trice. Aberdeen are looking to go forward now. Now it's Del Piero. And here's Stojkovic. And he's picked it up out wide. He's rising! Goal! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Aberdeen leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Aimed at the far side. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Now it's Aguero. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Lampard. It's Aguero! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. best. And he's managed to get free. This one... Big chance! Oh, good finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Aguero! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Stam. Cucurella is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now it's Schneider. He's shifting through the gears here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Schneider. He's had a shot! And the keeper read that really well.
Schneider clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Pepe. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vermaelen. Nice bit of trickery. He is through here. Davids.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good ball, good take. It's Aguero! What a hit, what a hit! A rocket and some! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Back to within one. Interesting. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Just one in it now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Substitution for Indonesia.
Now, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Frank Lampard.
Now it's Del Piero.
Targets. Coming on
Lovely
the field.
feet.
Number 7, Ferran Torres.
Pepe.
Number 19, Shevchenko.
Oh,
Number
super
22,
ball.
Gerrard. Number 13, Scholes.
Aberdeen
Substitution in
clearly
progress.
have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Baina.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oh, no joy this time. Schneider.
There
Caicedo.
will be 3 minutes added time.
Akanji. Oh, that's well spotted. Caicedo. And Cucurella. Looking to play him in. Can he latch on to this? Baina. Hangs in across. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain... He's going for goal! And he looked every bit the assured. And that is the last of the action. Indonesia played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving...
Udah device I 1 ka.
Belum bang, masih divisi 2, capek bang. Susah kayaknya bang. Itu aku ambil reject ini bang. Jadinya tuh udah 47 kalahnya bang. Ambil reject, bagusnya taruh nih, udah racikannya gini aja bang. Gimana menurutnya bang?
Kumis DPN udah reset.
Kamis depan udah reset. Oh iya ya bang. Bisa nggak ya divisi 1 ya? Kamis depan
EFO
berarti-
2027.
Oh masih lama lah, coba ya. Iya, eFo 2027 ya bang. Bang, info racikan yang bagus buat Richard bang. Bang Coach. Bagusnya taruh di DMF atau di CB aja bang, Richard ini bang.
OKBG. DMFBG.
Udah MF ya. Oke, udah aku kasih instruksi apa ini bang? Jangkar bang. Ini kita coba AI yang main ya, AI versus AI.
Vans based in BG.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. In by Messi. Ronaldo with the short one. Skims one in. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard does well not to be outdone there. Raul. Looking for options for movement. Wriggles his way through. And he's picked it up out wide. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Lampard. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's neat. The cutback, getting up there! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
De Ligt picks it up from the goal kick. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Aguero. Now it's Dani Olmo. Cute ball now, how can he ring? Lampard! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Van Basten. It's a searching pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Van Basten. He's having a hit! That caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Rasikan 0444117111 Booster Dual BG.
Oke, siap bang. Oh, boosternya duel ya. Oke. Ini aku pakai tadi booster apa ya? Balasan bang. Berarti boosternya duel.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a grab affair, Peter.
And he shoots! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The first significant strike. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Push Liga Obligat de Pat Hadia BG.
Sao Paulo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Nuno Mendes.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Messi is the team's great visionary. And here's Messi. Vitinha, played with finesse. And the shot! And he's stuck it away. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Camisa 19.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He's in a great position here. And Shevchenko! Looking for the far post. Van Bouten gets it away. Chips it through. Serginho attempts a clearance. Thinks about the shot. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo plays it short. That's put paid to the danger. Raul. Van Basten. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's bustling through here. Knocks it out wide. Tries to play it through. He is just caressing the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Mendes. That is good alertness. Kubasi. Dani Olmo chasing after it. Triol. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, Red, nice interception. Lampard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Akanji. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Minutos de acréscimo.
Rijkaard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's in plenty of space here.
Iya bang, ini daripada
Tulis wins the duel.
biar aja dia main sendiri
And
dulu
we've
bang.
reached
Kadang
half-time.
itu juga ada keperluan dulu di
Some
sini.
first half thoughts.
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for
Okay,
those
thank
two
you,
goals.
coach.
They'll have to take some
Pastikannya.
risks now to try and get back in this game.
Habis
And
ini bang,
it's
habis ini
easier
kita
said than done, as we know.
ikuti, bang.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Messi. Peruzzi claims comfortable.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did...
Just the keeper in his way. Shapes to shoot. And that's a good finish. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Indonesia cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Vitinha.
Indonesia are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Raul.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Serginho. Oh, strongly challenged there.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Goes for a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Friol. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good effort! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And it's Olmo. Aguero. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Akanji. Vitinha.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the pass is intercepted. Nuno Mendes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Bellingham. It's a pretty loose pass. Van Basten. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo charging forward, the ball at his feet. Sao Paulo needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Nuno Mendes. He has found a way through. And it's Mendes. He's got away. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries a shot! Oh, good finish. And surely that does it. Perfect time. Decisive strike. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Sao Paulo go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Gerrard. Ferran Torres. And he skips past his man. He is through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Balten. And it's Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Scholes. Shevchenko! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Goes for the header! He will be livid with himself.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 9, camisa 21. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 15, camisa 20.
Time for a change in personnel. Not too much more here than seeing out. Could be danger here. He's picked his way through. Big chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And it's been taken short. Serginho tries one from range. And the keeper could only will that wide of the post.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
And the number on the board is 3. Saka. And he's managed to get free. Oh, nice touch. Terrific effort! And he has kept... And that is as far as it goes. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went...
Kalau duel itu apa, Bang? Oh, ini duel. Duel.
Van Basten Gak Use Opaque. RBLB nearing semua itu biji, gamada iglain.
So bring it on, height, expectation, emotion, the game yet to kick off, the excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. That gets things running.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
He looks more a remarkably good strike rate. Aguero! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Goes without saying, that was poor.
RB-nya kita kasih instruksi bertahan aja ya, Bang.
Xavi Alonso. Cáceres. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cáceres made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get on the end of this? He's being urged to shoot. Impressive jump! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart...
It's Aguero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And it's Lewandowski. Yamal. Bellingham. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Raul. Oh, he's found support out wide. Space for him to turn and look. That'll be a throw. Now the cross. Peruzzi deals with that nice and simple. Now it's Lampard. Now, can they get him away?
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Lewandowski. He is through here. Raul. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner. Distributed tidily. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Dendalu have their second corner now. They've played it short. That's a good ball out wide. Crosses in it. He's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Xavi Alonso with the short one. It's a really well-measured ball. Cross needs to be good. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. That has not gone well. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out. That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. Lofted in. He's trying to hit the front line here. And he was quick to react. And it's Cáceres. Roll, picks it up out wide. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Now it's Lampard. Chance here to counter. Driving forward. And it's been given away. And this is Lewandowski. Peruzzi can clear it away.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Yamal. Oh, good-looking ball. And that's another good win of the ball. Raul. Looking for options for movement. Played in. Oh, well played. Yamal. Shevchenko. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Shevchenko deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And this is Raul. And now they can spring out of defence. Shevchenko! Bellingham. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Well, this is... And Shevchenko! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Indonesia restore parity. A header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! A pretty loose pass. Ribery. Lewandowski finds himself offside. Cafu. Alaba makes the interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Lewandowski. He's shifting through the gears here. Threads one in, and he was alert to it. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
I'm afraid to tell
So
you
there was the first half.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Indonesia are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So once again, we're underway. He's a sharp little ball here. He's in a great position here. He's Aguero! He scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Raul. Yamal. Knocks it into space. Xavi Alonso. Oh, this looks sharp. Tries to play it through. And that's a good ball. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Ribéry. Great defending, strong and determined. Aguero being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Played out wide. Ribéry. Lewandowski.
He'll be disappointed with that. Indonesian are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's intervened well there. Ribéry. Kubasi. Cafu. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And this is Shevchenko.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach. Tries one from range! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And here's Shevchenko. Ribéry, aimed at the far side. He's having a shot! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Rijkaard. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Bellingham. Caceres. Stood up well to him there. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Xavi Alonso. Raul. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Right, Shevchenko. And here's Lampard. Oh, super ball. Throw it.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 14, Bellingham. Number 77.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Number 19.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Number 22.
And he cuts out the supply. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shot a goal! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now the delivery. Gerrard. Serginho did just about enough to come out on top there. There's the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Davids. Gerrard. Now it's Aguero. Well played.
2
That
added
has
minutes
knocked
has
out the
been
danger.
indicated.
Rijkaard. Great vision. Bergkamp. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rijkaard. And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Shevchenko aimed beyond the defence. No, he's just misjudged that one. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. Wirtz providing an outlet on that flank. Shot, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Danny Olmo! He scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that.
And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Wirtz. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has got himself a free kick. Shevchenko is behind this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Snyder! Chance! Oh, a very decent attempt. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Aguero. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Shevchenko. Nice interception, well timed. Shevchenko can be a real threat inside the box. And here's Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Aguero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is a brilliant interception. Seedorf. And now the breakaway. That's where it came from. And he's having a shot! It's a goal! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Aguero. And it's Aguero! Fantastic! That is classic Kun Aguero! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And again they hit the front. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Indonesia leading now. And it's Olmo. Now who's going to be first to this? Flashes, header! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
That pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Davids. It's not an especially good pass, that. Nicely aimed pass.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Now it's Mbappe. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And a neat finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score. And that signals the end of the first period. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. And that's the second half started. Knocks it into space. Great vision. Well, they could break here. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Wirtz. Plays it across.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Not the most convincing of passes. Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Davids. And it's Davids. Played for Lampard. Serginho. And the pass is intercepted. Zanetti. And here's Dani Olmo. To Schneider. That's really well manoeuvred. Bellingham. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It's a promising position. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And here's Shevchenko. Oh, that's well spotted. And that is a little undercooked. Is there any support? He might not need it. Davids, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gilberto Silva does well to get it back. And here's Shevchenko. Seedorf tries to play it through. Good read, needed to be.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Gilberto Silva. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that was vital. And here's Shevchenko, and he shoots! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Very nicely done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That is good alertness. Seedorf. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a key interception. Serginho towering forward here. Shot could be on. Always goal side. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Indonesia really could have done without this. Can he? Will he?
Changement en cours.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Schneider with the cross.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Neymar. That's a sharp pass. Threads one in. Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Seedorf really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Oh, shooting chance! Shevchenko absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now is this the final assault? Schneider.
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here. Yamal. Gilberto Silva. Now it's Mbappe. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. So just one extra minute for stoppages. Serginho gets over and intercepts. Yamal. And that's it. Indonesia pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Can he get it through? Mbappe is onto this. And now the breakaway. Lampard. Bellingham. Now it's Aguero. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Kawasaki Frontale with the corner, there first. Mateus with the short one. And it's made its way to him. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. Zambrotta. He's had it taken off him. Oh no, what has happened here? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bellingham, that is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Indonesia, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Bellingham. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great defending, strong and determined. And Messi! Van Bauten. Bellingham. And the counter is on. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Now it's Shevchenko. This looks promising. There's the shot! And he's done it! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And he whips it in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Dani Olmo, who can single-handedly make a difference. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Mateus, can he get on the end of this? Davids. Now it's Aguero. Well, that's well seen too. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Lampard. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. And here's Messi. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Messi with a real chance here.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
And this is Xavi Alonso. There's the header!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Messi. Tries a shot! Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's got the beating of his man. Chance for a shot! Xavi Alonso looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mateus, and he's picked out the run. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Nice control. And here's Mbappe. And it's Xavi Alonso. Ball played for Rijkaard. Lampard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Played right into his... It's Aguero! And there's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Tunisia firmly in control at the break, 2-0 the scoreline. And we get things going again. And here's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. There's a quick free kick, and this is Messi. Can he finish? It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Looking for the run. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard. Alonso. He's found a way through. Cuts it. Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he should have made them pay.
Messi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
So, third corner of the game. He leaps for it! He will be livid with himself. Shevchenko being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Good read, needed to be. Indonesia, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Lampard. And it's Bellingham. Oh, well measured. Aguero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Mateus, he's got away, and this is Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. Aguero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Messi. Oh, nice one too, very nice. He'll try from distance! Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Mbappe. Chance here to counter. And this is Aguero. Good take, and is he in? An uncompromising challenge.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 14.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And they've got rid.
Number 8.
Kawasaki Frontale have the chance to go the other way. This is Owen. Owen with the delivery. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Number 13.
Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's going for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
And it's been taken short. Neymar stood his ground strongly. And the shot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
Oh, shooting chance! And that really should have been that.
Ferran Torres really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Corner number 2 then. Pepe tries to clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
James. Some really good ball movement. Steaming on goalwards. Neymar. Now it's Ferran Torres. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Into the last 5 minutes.
Indonesia really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Very much into the last knockings. Indonesia have it back and can go again. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Neymar gathers from the goal kick. Cute ball. Just the keeper in his way. Great chance! It's a goal! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
kamu menanti. Aku sedang main.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
And here's Shevchenko. It's a really well-measured ball.
He'll be disappointed with that.
Not the most accurate pass. And now the breakaway. Davids has been caught there. It's a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Ah, he's given it away. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, he's on his own. And he shoots. Goal! The first significant strike. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Indonesia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Goes for a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Indonesia really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Out of play for a throw. And here's Bellingham, and it's Lampard. And this is Shevchenko. Totti. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Yamal. Now it's Shevchenko. Lampard. Could move up a gear here. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. And here's Mbappe. Over to the right flank. He has found a way through. Goes down, but nothing given. And he's intervened well there. And it's Totti. That's tidy. And this is Gerrard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lampard. Gerrard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Gerrard has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. De Ligt. And this is Shevchenko. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Bellingham. Dink through. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Cafu. Gerrard. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Indonesia are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. And this is Aguero. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lampard. And it's Olmo. And that's a... Shevchenko! It's in! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Indonesia cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Serginho. That pass isn't the best. Couldn't squeeze it through.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Yamal. Rijkaard. North Korea have a free kick. Rijkaard has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Shevchenko. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how...
Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
North Korea with the corner, they're first. Forced to go back. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Yamal. Totti. Chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Shoots! And again! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cleared without hesitation. Well, that is one way to stop him. And now they can spring out of defence. He's picked his way through. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, easy pickings there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to...
It's Aguero! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to...
Here's a chance! And that has fair fizzed. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Totti charged. Chance, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Shevchenko. Gerrard just eases him off the ball. Gerrard cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Gerrard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's been played through. Shevchenko! And a neat finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Shevchenko demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And yes, it's him again.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 6.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Indonesia have their lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Number 22.
And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Dembele goes short. Stood up well to him there.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Quality ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's got away. And it's Serginho. Oh, well played, well played.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Rijkaard looking to play him in.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Front-footed pressing going on here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Aguero is flagged offside. North Korea have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Rice. And it's Rice. Brilliantly cut out. Can he get on the end of this? And here's Messi. He's in it. Rice! Oh, good finish. And right near the end, we have parity. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Time added on 4 minutes. Davids. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. That's put paid to the danger. And that is that. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round.
Ih, nampak uang lo.
Buat apa cara kurus?
Aku
Tak boleh jemur payah, semua boleh di GGA tu. Tinggalnya mau di GGA dua, mau keluar lagi.
ditanya kalau pindah. Assalamualaikum Bu. Jadi dan tidak pastinya Bu.
Satu dia, ada balik. Iya, titik.
Lumayan untuk itu dipikir-pikir tadi.
Satu lah.
Lumayan lah gitu.
Dapat 2.000, satu dapat dia apa aja lah.
Iya.
Yo. Dapat apa? Sal bang dapat aku mau potong. Dia apa namanya berang-berang bongak ni. Sudahlah banyak dapat yang lain. Yang bulet-bulet dua dapat dapat kedua tahun. Tahu ambil.
Iya. Atau kecil uang pun anak berang-berang lu tolong dia kontek.
Ngecip dulu cip. Sudah di mana tadi guys?
Karyawannya itu gaji dari itu ya sedeknya.
Iya.
Soalnya emang nggak ada yang beli yang lain mana ada.
Jadi keuntungan menjual boneka, keuntungan menjual mainan berapa banyak lah. Oke guys, kita off dulu guys. Iya kan? Nah.
Lu WA mimin cek lu siapa namanya? Udah dia balik ada antrean.
Off dulu guys. Oke guys, nanti kita sambung malam lagi guys.